Hi, I'm Dylan Toth, Leasing Manager here at Area Specialist. Welcome to the PM Room. This is where we explore the essentials of property management. I've got Bieu here from Finsure Finance here to discuss some options. Further options in terms of looking at, I guess we've explored quite a few, but I guess just for the audience's sake, is there any further options that we can look at in terms of looking at buying more properties?
There are further options, and this is not everyone has researched into this, but you can actually join a property syndicate. So instead of having 4 friends doing it together as a joint purchase, you're talking lots and lots of people pooling their money together to go out and purchase a development project, to purchase a shopping centre, to purchase an office building, to purchase multiple buildings.
Yep. So
multiple properties. So it's in the syndicate. So I subscribe to it.
What's the benefits of going with the syndicate?
I subscribed to a land syndicate, which was for a land development site in Western Sydney many years back.
Yep.
The minimum investment was $25,000.
Yep.
And if you've got lots and lots of investors pooling their money together, you can have access to doing a property development that you couldn't do on your own.
Okay, that makes sense. So would you say that the returns, I guess it's subjective to each individual circumstance, but would you say the returns of joining a syndicate would be higher than say?
You got to have a common objective. You got to trust the person that's managing the project or the development. They need to have experience. When you have more, you can negotiate cheaper rates with banks and lenders. Yep. So it's better than doing it on your own. There are pluses and minuses. There's no 100% for anything.
Okay, wonderful.
So that's the syndicate option.
Yeah.
An extension to the syndicate option is you can again invest in what we call a property trust.
Yep.
With the property trust, those structures, some of them are set up to purchase residential property. Some of the property trusts are set up to purchase industrial property.
Okay.
And we're not talking one, we're talking it could be lots, it could be Australia-wide, it could be worldwide. So
wow, so we're talking...
It's like your superannuation.
Yep.
That's a superannuation trust.
Yep.
So you work for an employer. As an employee, you get super on a periodic basis. Mm-hmm. And all the super contributions are pooled together and managed by a super fund manager.
Okay.
So this is managed by a property trust manager, and they pool the funds of all the investors, and then they go and purchase the properties and they manage it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can have commercial property, office buildings, shopping centres, hotels, leisure centres.
Wow, it's pretty incredible.
So that's why you see the Westfield Retail Trust, which has all the Westfield shopping centres.
Yep.
And it's not just Australia, there's America, it's actually worldwide. And there's lots and lots of property trusts. It's not just Westfield. Westfield's just one example.
Okay, all right, awesome. So that was option 2.
Yep.
So what's option 3?
Okay, so further options. Option 3 will be to purchase an index fund, a property index fund. What a property index fund?
Sounds complicated, Bieu.
It's actually very simple.
Okay.
So it's like your super. The super fund manager might go and buy some Commonwealth Bank shares, some Telstra shares, some BHP shares. They diversify, they buy hundreds of companies. What the property index fund does is every single property trust listed on the stock market or even unlisted, they just purchase everything.
Okay.
So you inside the index fund, so it's got so much money pooled together, it will purchase Westfield, it will purchase Centro, it will purchase every property trust and across all the different categories, commercial, residential, industrial. So why go buy one property when you can put 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever amount you can contribute to buy a property index fund where you've got exposure to thousands of properties across different sectors.
That's pretty amazing.
And it's managed and you're borrowing at wholesale rates, the fund managers manage everything.
Wonderful. So that was option 3.
That is indirect property ownership.
Yep.
Whereas if you went and purchased something and you're the title holder and the bank takes over a mortgage, at least you've got a direct investment. This is indirect. And with the share market, it can be volatile. So.
Right, so this option might be a little bit more risky.
Yes, as you can see, as we go further and further, these options are, yes.
Getting a little bit more risky, but would you say the rewards versus the risk can be greater?
So with a lot of things in life, yeah, so the higher the risk, the rewards could be higher.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay.
So that's option 3.
The final option I'd like to cover is, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, I think it's the riskiest option, is a lot of people have set up self-managed super funds, and then they've used part of their super to fund the purchase and borrow the rest from the lender. But the problem with the self-managed super fund is you've got your super invested in one property. Everything is in one property. So if there is some sort of economic downturn or a slight correction, because things go up, down, sideways, doesn't go up forever. So they have to consolidate. You could actually lose some of your equity.
Yep.
And that's your super, that's your money. Whereas the money you owe the bank, that doesn't change.
Okay. So you would say this is probably the riskiest option?
In my opinion.
In your opinion, okay.
In my opinion, a lot of people will disagree with that.
Okay.
Especially in a rising property market.
Yep. All right. Awesome. Well, thanks, Bieu, for your, I guess, expert advice on the different options in terms of buying property, sorry, in terms of the index and commercial and industrial. So you provided lots of options, syndicates. So it gives our viewers, I guess, a really good idea in terms of not just buying residential property and investing their money there, but there's also other options in terms of buying and investing as well. So
just a quick disclaimer, everything I've presented is for educational purposes only. Everyone's got different circumstances. Lenders have different lending criteria, credit scoring systems. So not every lender will be flexible and receptive of some of the options we discuss. Some lenders will, some lenders won't.
I guess that's
if you like,
it's best to give you a call.
Yeah,
right?
it's like when you want to consider any option, it's best you seek a professional, get unbiased opinion before making a decision and making a commitment.
Yeah, because I guess everyone's circumstances are different. We want to make sure that they're getting the right advice to their circumstances. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you on the next one.